Have you ever wanted wood made only out of bark or colorful beds? Well, now you can! Hello everyone, my name is JohnArmy and welcome to a mod showcase. Today is the first part of a two-part showcase and I'm reviewing Quark. It's a pretty big mod that adds a bunch of decorational and new blocks and also a bunch of tweaks. This part is going to focus on the new blocks. So, Quark is a miscellaneous mod, which means that I'm reviewing it in the garage. So let's get in there and start with the review. Quark is currently for version 1.10.2 and it's made by Vasky. He has created other mods such as Botania, which you might have heard of. Anyways, let's start with this island with the obsidian pressure plate. It might seem like an ordinary pressure plate, and to be honest you might have seen it in the obsidian pressure plate mod. But what it does is that mobs cannot step on it, or they can step on it but they won't activate it. So if I get this zombie and anger it, hello, now I close it using the pressure plate and you can see the zombie is on the pressure plate, but the door isn't opening since it's not a player. Only players can open the obsidian pressure plates, and this can help you a lot since most people might not want to just turn around and close their door, so they would put a pressure plate in front of their door, but that would mean that a lot of mobs will get in there, and this solves your problems. Anyways, let's get on to the next features, which are the weather sensors. The default setting is for when there is rain or thunder, it will activate a redstone signal. And the other one is when it is not raining, that it will activate a redstone signal. You can see that right now the night is pretty clear and there isn't any rain. So this is working and it's pulling a redstone signal. But if I turn on rain, you'll see that quickly this turns on and this turns off. And if I clear the weather, you'll see that the opposite happens. So you can make some pretty cool contraptions happen. For example, with some other mods you can make some machines work so that it stops raining and that it never rains in your world. Next we've got the Ender Watcher. With the Ender Watcher, when you look at it, it activates a redstone signal, and it has these redstone particles, and also the eye will become red. That is the most obvious part. But yeah, you can use that for contraptions that are pretty far away from you. Next, we've got here some new trapdoors. So the original has been renamed to an oak one, and we've got a spruce one and a birch one, which looks pretty classy. We've got the jungle, acacia, and the dark oak, which has to be my favorite. It looks pretty neat. Next we've got the bookshelves, and the normal one has been renamed to an oak one. Then we've got the spruce, the birch, the jungle, which I like because it has this nice ruby, the acacia, and the dark oak, which looks like it's from a library. Next we've got a couple of light sources. So first is the lit redstone lamp, which is just a redstone lamp that doesn't need any redstone signal. If I can show you properly, you see that I don't have any redstone around the lamp, it's just lit. And we also have this blaze lantern, which is a pretty nice alternative, and if you focus you can see that it has these circles such as the sea lantern in Ocean Monuments. It has the same animation. Next we've got all 16 colors of beds. The normal one is now a red bed, and we've got orange, yellow, lime, green, a light blue, cyan blue, purple, magenta, pink, brown, white, black, light gray, and brown and gray. I'm sorry. And you can sleep in any color of sheets right now, which is pretty cool. Then we've got a block of charcoal, which is similar to netherrack, that it keeps fire always burning, not like the coal block which just burns from fire. So you can use this as an alternative to netherrack if it looks better for you and is just a nice block to place around for decorations. We also have colorful new item frames, which are the same 16 colors. Then we've got paper walls, which are more Eastern inspired, if you have seen this anywhere. And also, it's what I've used for this over here. You can make some kind of makeshift torches, tiki torches with these, and they do look pretty nice, I have to say myself. With this new design, they look pretty neat. Then we've got new banner models. So we've got with all these items you can make these patterns. So with the dragon head, which is quite expensive, you can make a dragon shape. With the eye of Ender, an eye. Iron sword, a sword. And for the iron chestplate you can make a shield banner. And those are pretty nice designs, especially the dragon one, but that will take you some effort. Definitely. Then we've got colorful elytras. They come in all 16 colors and they do look pretty nice. The white one is just to turn the elytra back to its original color. And the last thing on this island is the witch hat, which doesn't give a bunch of armor, but it's a rare drop from witches and has a pretty cool model. So if you want to get a witch hat, now you can with Quark. Then we've got a new type of blocks, and here it is. So this is called hardened clay tiles. It also has stairs and slabs for all colors. All 16 colors with the original hardened clay texture. You can see white, light grey, etc. All the colors are here. I really like the cyan because it reminds me of a fish. You could definitely build a fish with this cyan hardened clay tiles blocks. Yeah, I can definitely think of some uses for these. They look pretty nice. And then you've got a nether brick fence gate, which is just like a fence gate, but it's made out of nether brick. So you have some nice structures for your nether survival bases. Then we've got this stuff over here. We've got sand bricks, we've got slabs, stairs and walls. Most of these are blocks, stairs, walls and slabs. So just to let you know, I'm not going to say for everything about these three. And it does look pretty neat. You can combine it with normal brick and it does look pretty nice, as you can see on the website. By the way, the website is down in the description below. The first link after the mod download page. Then we've got sugarcane blocks, which are made out of sugarcane. And you can put them such as the same as logs. And they go in 3 directions, upwards, to the right, left, or to the front and back. Then we've got charred nether bricks, which have these red pieces on them and they look pretty nice. You can definitely combine them with some normal nether bricks and they will look pretty cool. Then we've got snow bricks, which are definitely for igloos. I'd love to see some nice igloos made with these blocks. And then we've got thatch, which, as you can see over here, is a block made for roofing of some village structures or something similar, but it does look pretty nice, especially the stairs. Then we've got the Midori block, which is inspired from the new purple blocks and has also a pillar type, which is, you can see the resemblance here. It's just a different color, but it does look pretty nice. It's one of my favorite new blocks. Then we've got the iron plate. This looks pretty futuristic or just metallic. It looks pretty chamber-like. You could make some kind of chamber cell with this thing, definitely. Then we've got for granite bricks, diorite bricks, andesite and andesite bricks. These are for granite, obviously, and for all these new stones and their brick formats. So you can see here, I really like the brick types for this. They look pretty nice. I'm showing them pretty closely, and especially my favorite one is the andesite bricks. It's just like normal stone bricks but with a bunch more detail, and I really like that. I would love to use this in some builds. And then finally on this island we've got chests, new chests. So the normal one is again an oak renamed to. So you can see here the normal versions, the large and the trapped. The trapped are pretty obvious that they are trapped, especially on the birch one. And I have to say my favorite textures have to be the spruce, jungle and the dark oak. They look pretty nice in my opinion. Especially the dark oak with this gold thing rather than a white one. It really gives it more detail and customize it so that it looks such as the door. And here are our last islands. So we've got the bark block, which is a block that I'm sure a lot of people wanted. Yeah, I even wanted myself. It's a great block and it also has bark walls, which you can make some amazing trees and roots with these blocks. It comes in all 6 trees. Then we've got carved wood, which is like the texture of storage drawers. If you don't know, that's another mod, and they do look pretty similar to the back of those drawers. And I'm not saying that it's a ripoff, since it's a nice mod community and they do share textures, but it does look pretty nice just to have it like this. Then we've got some stone stairs and a stone wall, for obviously stone. We've got some prismarine brick and dark prismarine variants for this. We've got a purple wall, which usually isn't with the other purples, and bricks, nether bricks. We don't have a wall for this. A brick wall, a quartz wall, and then we've got some more blocks over here. So we've got polished stone, which is similar to the bark that you have most likely seen servers use this, but you don't know how to get it yourself. So it's a replacement of this block, and it's obviously made with stone slabs. Then we've got the polished sandstone and red sandstone, which are the same with this and these. So you can see they also have some slabs, and we also have these sandstone and red sandstone walls, which are like the bottom texture of the normal sandstone, and they do look pretty neat in my opinion. And we also have some new sandstone and red sandstone, which are these bricks, which again look pretty nice and would definitely fit into a desert building. Then we've got some leaf carpets, which are out of every single leaf, and you could make some pretty nice patches so when the spring comes back you could make a bunch of patches all over around your trees, and with some shaders you could make this stuff look extremely realistic. After that we have the last island. First we've got 2 new blocks that generate. First is the basalt, which, as you can see here, has a brick form and polished basalt form, which doesn't have stairs, walls and slabs. So this spawns in the nether in pretty huge patches, so it will be hard to miss. So you'll definitely see this. Next we've got ender biotite, which as you can see spawns in the end. And this is how the shard looks. We've got a pillar, chiseled, a block, and all these variants, which do look pretty nice. Then we've got some new creatures. First we've got the Ashen and the Dweller. They're rare spawns in caves and spawn under Y level 20. The Ashen shoots blinding arrows and the Dweller can become invisible. So if I spawn the Ashen, you'll see that if it hits me... Hello buddy. I do get blindness, and as you can see it's a version of the skeleton. The same is with the Dweller, it's a version of a zombie. So if I spawn it, it's invisible at first, but if I hit it, it will reveal itself. You can see it definitely seems more dead than the default zombies. Anyways, next is the Rave. It spawns in the nether on soul sound and drops a soul bead. I'm going to show that in a little bit. and if the beat is broken, it activates a curse that makes mobs spawn in a 64 block radius and neglect light and other stuff that will usually make mobs not spawn, such as slaps. And also milk doesn't break the curse, so the only way to break it is by dying. And one last thing is that slimes won't spawn more in slime chunks, so that means that you cannot exploit it to get more slimes in a slime chunk, just by getting the soul bait and going to a slime chunk, waiting for some stuff. So you can see here, it drops this soul bead, and if I press it with right click, it gives me the curse. It looks like Herobrine with some spirals around it, and you can see it's 20 minutes. So the only way to get rid of it is to die. So either by jumping off from here or just typing a command, and I'll be dead. And you can see that does get rid of the curse, but keep in mind that most likely that is what is going to happen anyway, so it's going to be better if you just die at some safe place rather than just trying to survive. Then we've got pirates. They spawn in a boat structure in oceans, and they have a lot of loot, which is the same as in dungeons. And a rare drop of the pirates is this pirate hat. Again, same as the witch hat, it doesn't give a lot of armor, but it does look pretty nice. I would definitely like to wear it if I find some pirates in my world. So you can see pirates are actually some skeletons, which actually have swords rather than bows, but they will still drop arrows such as normal skeletons. And that's it for those. Then we've got ancient tomes. The ancient tomes are rare loot, and they are basically enchantment books that are over the maximum enchantment level. So for example, I have the maximum of sharpness 4 that I can enchant a tutu or a sword, but if I see it here, or if I can find it, here it is, sharpness 5. So you can enchant it over the max limit, and that is amazing. We've got Thorns 3, Feather Falling 4, or 4, Smite 5, Bane of Arthropods 5, Knockback 2, Fire Aspect 2, Looting 3, Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3, Fortune 3, Power 5, Punch 2, Luck of the Sea 3, and Lure 3. And you might ask yourself, but why should I get them when I can get them from creative? Well, some people don't like to cheat like that or to get their items from creative, so this just gets it into survival. And then we've got colored runes. They are again rare loot, and they change the sparkle of items. But that item needs to be enchanted first, otherwise it cannot, since normal items don't have a shine. So we've got all 16 colors here, and the black rune actually, and a bit of the grey, don't really shine. So if I get some of the best examples here, you can see some of the shines that we've got here. So this is a pretty blunt. I think this is the white one. I'm not exactly sure. We've got the magenta, I think, the lime, the yellow, and the orange. I'm not sure about them, but you can see here I've got this, or I think I may have even better. Yeah, so these two, you can see they barely shine, which are the grey and black ones. So no matter which rune you get, you'll definitely get something interesting. Even if it's something like the black and grey, well, it still does shine. But if it annoys you, you can disable the shine. Almost. Anyways, next we've got a slime in a bucket. This slime jumps when it's in a slime chunk and can be released if you just right click it. So it's a tiniest slime that you can get, and if you're in a slime chunk, an animation occurs where the slime starts jumping, and that's how you will know. So it's basically like a meteorite compass. It will start jumping when you're on the place. And the last thing for this part of the Quark review, we've got some new arrows. The Ender arrow, which teleports you, the explosive arrow, which is explanatory, and the torch arrow, which places torches. So, first the Ender arrows. You can see that I can teleport everywhere. It will take me some hearts. So you can see you may die doing this, so you have to be careful. But yeah, you've got Ender arrows for more precision with your Ender pearls. Then we've got the explosive arrows, which, as you can see here, do explode quite a bit. So you could use this in combat or just to have fun, wreck the place, whatever you want to do. And then we've got torch arrows, which are the best example I can think of. If you're in a dark cave and you're scared that there are a bunch of mobs around you, well, you can just activate this and boom, you got torches on the ground. And that's pretty much it for the building, decorations and new creatures of Quark. So, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this showcase and it actually helped you, please hit that like button. And if you're new here and want to see more content from me, or want to see the second part when it comes out, please subscribe. And also, as guys, I'll see you later. Bye bye. In the clip I told you that Vasky has made other mods such as Botania. And do you know what's in Botania? A potato mask. Oh yeah. Now I'm going to watch it just awkwardly. I might end this video mid-sentence, but I'm not really